champion here. I'm not here to tell you guys how to do your job. You're supposed to know how to do your job.
Well, the only thing I do know is they issued a challenge, and it looks like we have someone to accept the challenge. The Pitbull's making their way to the ring. We know who these guys are.
Well, you got that straight. We definitely know who the Pitbulls are.
Pitbull's in there. They're cleaning house on these two guys. We didn't catch the name of them. They're not faring too well right out here early on.
Well, I can tell you right now, they're not going to fare too well. Nothing but fists, headbutts, body slams, everything going on in this ring real quick. There, we finally got the bell for this match. Look at that, a big clothesline going down right there.
Pitbull won with a clothesline, nearly took his head off.
You know, I don't really like these Pitbulls, but you got to give credit where credit is due. There are a couple of tough customers. Pitbull number 1, or maybe it's number 2, I don't know, I can't tell them apart. One of them just coming off recently severely broken neck, and they're hitting these guys like a couple Mexican piñatas right now.
They are from California, so they might be of the Lucha Libre style.
I don't know if we'll see either one of them employ a Lucha Libre style. Even if they can, I don't think they're going to get a chance with the Pitbulls. The Pitbulls come out here like a house of fire.
I can tell you right now, these guys aren't getting a chance to do anything but look at the lights, and it's coming up real soon.
He's setting them up for a high spot.
Super bomb off the second rope. Their finishing move. Referee down for the pin.
Book them, Dano. This one's over.
Well, what a way to begin our show this week. Very quick match for the Pitbulls. Gonna hear some words from them now.
Yeah. Dirty Deeds is using the house.
They're setting up. Fix the mic over there.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to do with that. I'll come out there. I'll take care of both of those guys. Everybody's seen me in action. They know that. You know, the sound man here is not having a whole lot of respect for the Pitbulls. Maybe they just aren't as tough as we all thought they were. What do you think?
It's not good to hire Helen Keller to do sound.
Who's that, you? What was that question again?
Helen Keller on the sound.
Well, put her on audio while you're at it, too. She can't see or hear.
We will take that challenge. The winner will face the Pitbulls next time here in this building, and it's going to be Pitbull style, dog collar match.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear that?
I heard the Pitbulls issue a challenge for a dog collar match next time here in Regional Championship Wrestling.
We'll find out later on in the card who they'll face for that challenge.
Well, maybe we will, Third Degree. It's about time you stepped to the plate and... Well, Kid Extreme is the third in the line of previous opponents for Old Dirty Deeds. Yeah, I don't know what exactly the deal is here with Angel and Kid Extreme, but I will give Kid Extreme a whole lot of credit. He is one heck of an athlete, and he was legitimately a very, very tough contest in the ring for Old Dirty Deeds, and you don't have that too often. But this kid's pretty good, and actually, I think he's moved up in weight. I think he's moved down the welterweight division. He couldn't get the gold there, but you don't know. He's looking like a pretty solid cruiserweight right now, and he has been on a pretty impressive win streak here of late.
Well, he needs to bulk up his opponent tonight, 402 pounds to the chef, DZ Gillespie.
Well, that's a lot of bulk now, isn't it? That's a lot of cakes, cookies, and pancakes.
Well, my apologies on the weight. The chef bulking up since the last time I've seen him, up to 425 pounds. Apparently, he's become his own best customer.
And that's only since yesterday.
Well, that was probably that mid-afternoon snack that he had just not too long ago. Now who's this goober that's out there with him? Anybody know?
Certainly very interesting attire on him, the manager I'm talking about. I didn't catch his name.
Darren, did he steal that out of your closet?
He didn't steal that out of my closet. Nobody gets near my closet. I've never dressed anything like that.
Smiling Johnny Cisco, I think the chef said his name was.
Smiling Johnny Cisco. Well, you know, that's the name we're going with, guys. What do you say?
That sounds good to me. Chef DZ Gillespie getting himself a new manager here. If I didn't know any better, I'd say the guy got his clothes out of Jim Cornette's closet, but I think it might be a couple sizes too big if that were the case.
Kid Extreme trying to raise the roof before. If Angel keeps walking around, something else is there to raise.
Well, as you know, has been the case in all our bouts, myself and Kid Extreme, he always ends up on the, you know, on the wrong end of things. And tonight, with Angel out there, it looks like he's ending up on the wrong end of sloppy seconds.
Is there something you're not telling us?
Hey, you're the guy who's peeping in my window at the hotel.
Since you just gave old smiling Johnny Cisco a slap in the face there. She is good with her hands, I heard. Can you confirm that, Darren?
No comment.
Chef Gillespie on the attack right at the bell, over in the corner, choking him. The referee laying in the count.
I don't want to say that Angel is the Monica Lewinsky of the professional wrestling world, but she does know South better than she knows North.
All right, so take that for what it's worth, fans.
How is she east to west?
Again, no comment. But I will comment on Chief DJ Gillespie here. You know, this guy is so fat. He checked into a fat farm the other week. They turned it into a ranch. Did you guys know that?
That's good, Darren.
I think I remember reading something about that on the internet earlier this week. Here we see Kid Extreme with a cookie sheet, taking a page out of the chef's own book. The referee allowing this. The chef sent down hard to the mat. Felt this whole building shake right there. The referee down for the cover. Only gets two. The chef able to power out of that in a hurry.
Too big of a man to be pinned this early in a match, no matter what he takes, especially from a guy the size of Kid Extreme. But I told you, as the man entered the arena tonight, Kid Extreme, a lot of potential. He has a lot of guts, and somewhere down the road, this guy is going to be one hell of a wrestler. He's got to get somebody behind him, getting him matches that he has a little better shot in. Even though he's showing his steel and his metal right now, Gillespie is just too big of a boy.
Well, you see, he maybe need a manager that can tell him something to do in the ring. He had the chef down on the canvas. A big man like that let him get up to his feet. That was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
Here he takes snap mare. That shows a lot of power on behalf of Kid Extreme. Now applying a lot of pressure on the neck of the chef.
Well, you're finally starting to impress me with your knowledge. Where have you been all night?
I've been sitting right here alongside you, Dirty Deeds.
Who's on the other side of you?
What? I'm still here.
He's still here. Third degree.
Rear chin lock now by Kid Extreme. Appears to have the chef right where he wants him, grounded in the middle of the ring. The referee checking in to see if it's not a choke.
I think Chef's best match was in Ghostbusters, where he was a stunt double for the Marshmallow Man.
Well, that's a good one. What are you doing, checking my quote book or what?
I have to learn from the best.
Well, I got to give you credit. You're learning fast.
We see Kid Extreme there with a shoulder block. Knocks himself down as well as the chef. I guess the momentum just wasn't enough. Just bounced off the chef, and the chef delivering a forearm smash of his own. All four.
Yeah, that was the big double axe handle to the back. See, now I got to correct you.
I apologize for that error.
Any longer, he'll die.
Kid Extreme going to have a permanent indentation of the chef's foot in his back after that move.
Would you guys agree with me that this kid is fat? You guys, everybody agree? I mean, he makes you guys look like, you know, the 99-pound weakling on the beat.
Well,
If you're going to compliment me, then I'll agree with you. He's fat.
But one thing you can't deny, he knows what to do when you're getting in the ring, and we're seeing that right here.
Oh, yes, he does. Now, I did hear another little tidbit back in the locker room. I heard the other day that the chef, he went to a Denny's. He ordered pigs in a blanket. The waitress showed up with a picture of his mom and dad in bed.
Good one, Darren.
Well, that's not a good one. That's a fact, brother. That one I heard right through the grapevine. The pro wrestling locker room grapevine.
As long as Chef wasn't eating the grapevine, he'll be all right.
I'm sure he's nibbled on it once or twice.
When he feels in a health kick. Oh, he drops Kid Extreme down face first. So I was about ready to say the chef doesn't eat many fruits or vegetables, I don't think.
Well, I'll tell you what, the chef is in control right now, but if he's gonna end the night for Kid Extreme, he better do it in a hurry, because the chef is big time sucking wind, and the longer this match goes, the better chance that Kid Extreme has. Right there, you see it. Kid Extreme still has it in him. He kicked out on the 2, and he looks like he's ready to go.
He kicked out right at the crack of 3 right there, definitely.
Big clobbering.
The chef falls down, almost plows over the referee.
Exactly what old Dirty D's told you here. He's sucking wind. He's blown up big time, and the longer this match goes, Kid Extreme, better chance he has.
Certainly a good observation there. We see both men down in the canvas now. Kid Extreme looks like he's getting up to his feet faster. Tried to go for a bulldog there.
Johnny Sisto trying to get the fans behind the chef here.
You know, this semi-homosexual out here, Johnny Sisko, has done absolutely nothing for his man in the ring here tonight. Oh, and a close one there.
Just because he's been caught more times with his pants down at Barry Casino doesn't make him gay, Darren.
Well, you know, I didn't know that fact. You know, hey.
Oh, it wasn't a fact.
That was something Dirty Deeds didn't know.
The chef letting it all hang out here.
Oh, to say the least.
The chef showing everybody what he has tonight. Sends Kid Extreme into the buckle hard with authority off the... Oh my God, this whole ring moved about 5 inches.
You know what they say, fat bottom girls make the rock and roll go around. And put a skirt on the chef, and he's gonna make the rock and roll go around right now, Kid Extreme, after that move.
Bacon dinner roll there. Oh,
that's actually the rolling pin, Mike. Thank you very much. And he gets the 3 count with the rolling pin. Big victory for the chef over Kid Extreme.
Big victory from a big man.
Dirty Deeds caught it.
Who needs a bigger shirt?
Right here, but I'm telling you, in the future, the chef has got to get his matches over with in a lot more tidy fashion than he did tonight, because he's not going to get away with going that far into a match with a lot of these young guys that can move and jump and back to action here in the ring.
Kicked him right in the high quarters there.
Doesn't think this match is over, or doesn't care. We see a diamond cutter by Kid Extreme. Catch the chef, and he sends the chef down. Now chasing after Johnny Sisko.
Johnny Sisko heading back to the dressing room.
He hightailed it out of here. Kid Extreme hot in his trail.
Well, I got to give Kid Extreme some credit here, as I had been during the whole match. I do like Kid Extreme, but right there, we just saw Kid Extreme make the chef bolt like a 10-cent whore. You saw it right there in the ring.
Well, Chef DZ Gillespie victorious in this match, won the battle, but will he win the war? I'm sure we haven't seen the last of these two.
Hello everyone, for Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine. I'm Senior Editor Bill Apter with another special IWCCW press conference. Today speaking with Nurse Vanessa and Dr. Johnny Wildside. First of all, Dr. Wildside, I'd like to ask you about your degree. What type of degree do you have?
Well,
Excuse me, I'm trying to ask you.
well, no. I talk for the doc. Look, any questions you want to ask him, ask me.
Okay. I guess so. First of all, what type of a degree does Dr. Wildside hold?
How stupid do you think I am?
I don't think you're stupid at all. I just want to know what
Well,
what
you're
type
a smart man. You should know. He's a doctor. Come on.
Maybe a PhD?
Yeah, well, very good.
Okay. PhD.
Yes, the physical holds diploma. Come on,
Physical
this makes
holds
sense.
diploma?
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, what is Why do you need a nurse?
No, wait. Why him? I told you.
See, this is a press conference. I'm supposed to be interviewing him.
I speak to the doctor. This is the doc. He has to do what he has to do, and I stand in for him. I talk to the doc today. Okay? Any questions you want to ask him, ask me.
You're like a nurse at a doctor's office. You have to screen everybody before they get to the doctor?
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
No, not really.
All right, well, then let's get to it.
Okay. First of all, what's his favorite hold? What holds does the doctor use?
The doc has this famous sleeper hold.
Sleeper hold?
Yeah, that's right. He puts people out.
Like anesthesia?
That's right. The anesthesia hold.
Anesthesia sleeper hold? Okay. Don't you feel that you could permanently damage somebody?
Wait a second. Here we go again. It's me. You're asking me the questions. It's not the doc. He just sits here. He's the doc. I'm his nurse. I do all the work, okay? I don't think I have to tell you one more time.
Let me ask you something then. Apparently you're going to be at ringside during his matches. You plan to interfere in some of the doctor's matches? I think that's a fair question.
Never.
Yeah.
No.
Well, what is your purpose here in the IWCCW? What's your whole outlook for the IWCCW? What do you want to do?
Well, like any nurse, I look after my doctor. I take charge, make sure he's good for the match. What else? What any other nurse does.
One last question. Dr. Feelgood,
Wait. How many times do I have to tell you? Come on now.
Well, we're going to have to wrap this up now. I'm trying to talk to the doctor, and obviously we don't have an appointment. So for Pro Wrestling Illustrated Magazine press conference, I'm senior editor Bill After. Maybe we can get an appointment with the doctor at another date. See you at the matches. Thank you.
pleasure and privilege to have a man with us here tonight who got me my start in the world of professional wrestling as a commentator, none other than the one and only former host of radio's best wrestling talk show in the world, Pro Wrestling Talk, Mr. Larry Katz.
Larry? And big win.
Thank you, Michael. Nice introduction. It's nice to be back.
Does he look like a big winner or what?
Close down the show. I don't quite as much as I used to, but I try to keep up with it as best I can, and thank you for having me here tonight. And it's great to see Jim Neidhart here, really. Yes, yes. It's quite a throwback to the old days for you, isn't it, Larry? And officially you mentioned the old days because in the 3 years, it's been over 3 years since I decided not to have the show anymore. It just shows Neidhart as an example of how wrestling has changed. The WWF is still the #1, I guess, product in the world as far as, you know, fans and finances generated and so on and so forth. We're having a little bit of a problem picking you up. All right, let me adjust my microphone here. I hope you can hear me now. Okay. What I was going to say is that, you know, Jim Neidhart is an example of how wrestling has changed since I stopped the show 3 years ago. The guys who made pro wrestling when my show was popular, the Hulk Hogan's, the Randy Savages, they're all with WCW now, but they're sort of past their prime. So WWF now is sort of, they have all the new stars, the new heroes, the guys like, they're not necessarily new, but the ones who've taken over, like The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, people like that. So that, to me, is the way wrestling has changed in the last couple of years. Absolutely. Not to detract from what you were saying there, Larry, but we have a match going on right now, and the Flying Dutchman will tell us more about it.
Absolutely. Lewis Prophet brought yet another man from the Doom Squad, from the depths of hell, the Vampire Warrior, taking on, of course, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, a man you're certainly very familiar with, Larry Katz.
Well, you know, Jim Neidhart was one of the superstars of the WWF for so many years. You know, he was tag team champion with Brett for so many years. And I tell you, he looks like he's in great shape. You know, I always wonder, you know, about these wrestlers, how and why sometimes they leave the top of the deck, so to speak, like the WWF, and, you know, wind up in something like the WWF, which I respect, but it's certainly not, you know, the top of the game. No, it is independent professional wrestling, and that's a different set of circumstances from the big leagues such as WWF.
And don't get me wrong, MEWF is great wrestling. Independent wrestling was always, I thought I've done many independent matches as a ring announcer and so on and so forth. And independent wrestling is wonderful, just that for most wrestlers, you know, the WWF is the equivalent of the NBA or the NFL, so on and so forth.
Absolutely. Ron, can you tell us a little bit about the action or the lack thereof going on in the ring right now between Vampire Warrior and Jim the Anvil Neidhart?
Both men are still in the feeling out stages. Obviously, power is the forte of both wrestlers, especially more so for Jim Neidhart. Always slow and plodding, looking to wear his man down, and both seem to be just testing the waters, if you will.
Larry, thinking back to the best match you ever saw with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, which match would you have to say that was?
Mike, that's such a tough question because, excuse me, he had such a varied career. He was not only a villain, but he was a hero at the same time. I would say collectively, when he was teamed with Bret Hart, that those were the best matches I ever saw. I can't really pinpoint one particular match, but I think when he was teamed with Bret Hart, collectively those were the glory days for Jim Neidhart.
Yes, indeed they were.
Action is spilled outside onto the ring floor. Lewis Prophet chasing both men around. Anvil trying to pull him back outside, and now Anvil's got a handful of Prophet. Just enough for the Vampire Warrior to get a shot in. Rake of the eyes, and Anvil is stunned.
I'll tell you, Mike, Neidhart looks to be in excellent shape. Even though he's been out of wrestling, you know, he's not, you know, been in the WWF for a long time, it seems to me.
Well,
it looks like he's in great shape.
No offense, Larry, but it seems as though you seem to think of a wrestler being out of commission if they're not in the big leagues.
Oh, no, not necessarily. I just, you know...
it's apples and oranges.
Well, you know, I think you're right. I just sometimes think of the WWF as being the highest rung on the ladder. But, you know, there's a great car here tonight. You got a great crowd.
Yep.
You got some of the best wrestlers in the world on the car here. I know Bastion Booker's here tonight.
Yes, indeed.
I know Typhoon was here tonight.
Yes.
Am I correct? You have Jim the Anvil Neidhart here. Now, don't get me wrong. I think independent wrestling is wonderful. I've been in many independent matches. I just always... looked upon the WWF as being such a, a high ladder type of thing.
Ron, quite honestly, I have to say, Larry, that the whole change, there's been a whole change in the face of independent wrestling to where I don't even like to refer to it as independent wrestling anymore. I like to call it the alternative to the large groups like the WWF and WCW. Pound for pound, the wrestlers are equal in caliber.
Yep.
Sure, they may not get the exposure, may not be household names like the Hogan and the Savage, but needless to say, these two men in the ring are charging up the fans, putting on a fantastic exhibition, and everybody seems to love it.
Well, that's my point. I don't think that this wrestling is any different than WWF wrestling. It's just that the perception is that when a wrestler is in the WWF, that he's higher up the ladder. So, no, the wrestling in many of these matches is much better than what the WWF puts on. So, don't get me wrong, Mike.
Absolutely. No offense taken, Larry. I think we've got a situation going on in the ring right now. Tell us more about it, Ron.
Well, the Vampire Warrior was in control, but a series of short elbows gets Neidhart out, but he's clotheslined and taken back to the mat, staying back on top of his man. Excellent strategy so far by the Vampire Warrior, trying to wear Neidhart down. Has not been too successful.
Larry Katz on camera right now. Just had a shot of Larry, and now we're back into the ring.
You know, Mike, this Vampire Warrior, he's impressive looking. He looks to me like a classic wrestler.
Yes.
He's got the blonde hair and the black tights, and he looks like
And then he got a pinfall, near fall,
It looks like
and
a classic
two.
wrestler to me.
Throws him off once again, and the Vampire Warrior on the offensive, back into the corner, choking him over the top rope. The referee quickly breaking up the hold. And once again, we see the chicanery of the manager choking for all he's worth. Neidhart prone in a press pin. Count of two, but his foot is on the ropes.
Well, Larry, if you were to call this match right now, who would you say you would give the advantage to? At this particular point, I'm going to give the advantage to the Vampire Warrior. He seems to have the upper hand on Neidhart, but you know, wrestling matches can change so quickly that
and by the same
something
token,
like that.
a man like Neidhart could be playing possum.
Right. You know, a mismove here, you know, a slip here, and the direction of a wrestling match, the momentum can change almost as quickly in wrestling matches as it can in any sport.
The Anvil's always been, I'm sorry, Mike, the Anvil's always been an opportunist, looking for his opponent to make a mistake so he can capitalize. Right now, that appears to be the case, and he makes one of his own, charging into the corner. Clubbing double axe handle onto the back, calling his manager, Louis Prophet, into the ring. He's got no business being in here, Larry.
Well, you know, the referee really needs to take over now.
And the man got off from behind. Belly to back in a bridge. He's got the kill.
That was the case.
Hello everyone, this is Barry J. Walker, and yes, you're watching the Bodacious Pretty Boy. That's He was supposed to be teaming up with the Flamingo Kid Pinky and another member of the Alliance. But here in Massachusetts, what happened was the Alliance decided to urinate on motorcycles from the Long Riders, and Pinky and whoever the other guy was supposed to meet, I never knew what other member, was booted from the event last month and this month. So Pretty Boy is teamed up with two different guys we don't know anything about, but this is all about revenge for the Long Riders.
960 pounds. Long Rider Clutch, Long Rider Axel, Big Larry, the House of Pain.
And there you have it, the House of Pain. Look at this, a crew of guys who were the bad baddies around here at Massachusetts. The Alliance decided to cause a war, and now Pretty Boy is the one paying for it. As we await and the bell rang, and here we go. And here we go, who's in there? Clutch, Long Rider Clutch, which is the member that has the most experience. And he's in the ring. Let me see if I can find this guy's name. I don't know his name. Trying to figure it out here. Bear Claw? I'm getting word now his name is Bear Claw. Okay. Against Clutch. Opening the doors here. Oh, man. What's going to happen here? Look at it. He's pushing the referee. Look at how they're doing to this guy. Beating him up. The Long Riders. Bear Claw in a lot of trouble. Clutch is doing all the work in here. Look at this. Watch. Oh. Bear Claw with a hip toss. And it's best for him to tag as he tags the bodacious Pretty Boy. And now he wants to tag out. But he didn't get a chance to do so. And look at that. One half of the Long Riders. Upsy daisy and down goes the bodacious Pretty Boy. No Alliance to help him in this one. This is payback for what he did to their bikes. He set him into the ring. Ropes. Clothesline. Oh my. If you're liking what you see, hit that thumbs up right here on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the subscribe channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will give you a chance to get notifications when new videos like this show up. And if you like to see the bodacious Pretty Boy get beat, you might want to subscribe real quick. And now the big man from this team, big time clothesline, and Pretty Boy is in a lot of trouble now. He's trying to fight back, I guess. Another shot. No Alliance members allowed. I think Pretty Boy, him and the Alliance get away with so much murder that it's fun to see them not get away with it anymore. Big time body slam. Is that Clutch? Yeah, that's Clutch. Ooh, kicked him. And an elbow with all that weight. I guess Pretty Boy shouldn't have done it. Look at that, trying to give an elbow, but that ain't getting nothing. Oh! I think Pretty Boy's done. And Clutch isn't even worried. The House of Pain. That's the name of their club. They set him into the ropes. Clothesline, and Pretty Boy almost landed on his top of his head. He finally tags in Shaskawaka. 1, 2. Okay, Shaskawaka turning things around. Shaskawaka, what's he gonna do? You saw he was looking there like, uh-oh, I made a mistake. He sends Clutch into the ropes. He ducks the clothesline and bam! Oh my word! He turned him inside out. Man almighty. I'm in awe watching this whole situation. I keep looking in the back to see if the Alliance is actually going to come out. But I know that they have guards and everything on every exit. Pretty Boy is on his own. And the referee now needs to get in here and stop all of this. Regional Championship Wrestling's invasion of the Massachusetts and the crew here from Massachusetts are doing what they got to do. They got all three of them in the ropes. They send them all in the ring. They ducked. Each one of them ducked. Ooh. Oh, choke slammed all three of them. Splash 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and there's a 3 count. And the House of Pain gets the win. I'm Barry J. Walker, and we'll see you at the matches.
Something about Joel Davis as well. He comes out here expecting the fans to love him. Well, there we go.
Look at this.
Go ahead, ring the bell. I said you could do it. Ring the bell.
Series of close miss by Joel
Don't
Davis.
you ever listen to me?
Well, the match didn't even start. The referee didn't call that.
Started.
Well, you don't have a license from the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Greg Serb. Call Greg Serb, ask.
All right, well, then I did not know that either.
There's a slap to the face from Joel Davis. Running to Hollywood. Oh, up and over.
They're coming out to the crowd.
Well, they better not come this way.
I think they are, Dirty Deeds.
Well, I got 5 knuckles for each hand looking for either one of them.
Will they come over here? You're going to fly solo because I'm leaving. They're right in front of us.
Joel Davis hitting Vince Bono with a chair. Now using the rail.
Throws them back over the rail into the ringside area. They're going back at ringside now.
Hey, you gotta give him credit though. This is Dirty Deeds style you're looking at right there, brother. I gotta like this.
I usually give my boots away and I'll kick somebody's ass for taking them.
They're probably all around ringside. This match never even got into the ring. We still have his theme music and everything playing out here.
This is Derby Dave. Derby Dave. Have you rung the bell yet?
The referee has not called for the bell yet.
Oh yeah, the referee.
I think this match will officially get underway in just a moment. Vince Bono falling on his hands and knees.
I gotta tell you, to be honest, this is a little rough with old Dirty Deeds sitting out here because I just love to run in the ring there and just go mayhem on the pair of these guys and the referee and the photographer. And the ring announcer can't spit anything out tonight.
There we go.
Now we got Punk Kids. Look, they all want my autographs. That's what they're doing here. Is the cameraman on this? We got Punk Kids around the ring here. What do you want, Junior? Huh? Yeah. You got to talk to me. You and everybody else.
I don't think he's old enough to buy your smokes.
Well, where you have the real deal, picking up Vince Bono. What's he going for here? Ties him to the Tree of Woe in the corner. He hasn't walked up.
Tree of Woe.
That solo, of course, being sung by Dirty Deeds. Davis now laying the kicks in, sends Bono down to the floor.
I can also sing Do You Want to Touch? Joe Jett.
And I can also say no to that question.
I would second that one, Daredevil.
Does the RCW realize it for 6 months, about 3 years ago? I dated Joan Jett and was on tour with her.
I don't think anybody realizes that.
Well,
Dirty
believes
Deeds.
it.
I'm sending out a lot of facts here about me tonight.
I know she was in a few Highlander episodes. Were you on the filming for that?
No, I wasn't there that day. I was over at Pam Anderson's trailer that day. But let's get back to the ring, guys. Enough about me. These are two guys here that are right on the cusp. of the welterweight division and the cruiserweight division. As I said before, I've wrestled them both, I've beaten them both, but these guys have some talent. There's no question about it.
I'd really like to see a three-way between you, Joel Davis, and Vince Bono.
I'd love to see it myself.
I don't think the promoters here in RCW will sign it, though.
Why is that?
Everybody's afraid of you. They know
that is true. I will put the world's welterweight title on the line against a pair of these guys in a triangle match anytime, anywhere.
Vince Bono now whipping Davis across the ring, follows him up with a clothesline. Full momentum the whole length of the ring. Sends Davis down to the canvas. Bit of a low blow there by Bono.
Turning it tight here by Bono. He's doing some barter basement shopping on Joel Davis.
Well, I don't know if the cameras picked that up, but that was the commissioner there, Mar PBO, just stopped in to tell me what a good job I was doing.
All right.
I can't complain right now. I'll complain later, but for right now, you're doing an all right job, Darren.
And you know, actually, Joel Davis doing a pretty good job in the ring as we speak.
Certainly is. Certainly controlled most of the momentum in this match.
I think he's controlled all the momentum, hasn't he?
No, I think
no, we had a little
Vince Bono had some offense in this match. Not much.
Nothing to write home about, right, guys?
No, not really. Davis going for the cover. I think it's a bit early in the match, though.
Well, that's a weak 3 count, too. You got to hook the guy's leg. You know, I mean, that's a cardinal rule. Professional wrestling, and a guy like Joel Davis has been around long enough to know better than that.
Certainly a sign of a rookie there, not hooking the leg. A rookie mistake. Drops the elbow now off the rope. The referee down for the cover again. Again doesn't hook the leg.
Vince Bono getting the foot to the rope there.
If he would have hooked the leg there, it definitely would have helped. He wouldn't have been able to get that foot on the rope.
Well, no, actually, he was on the wrong side to hook the leg that got to the rope. But you're trying. Well, I'll give you credit.
I've never been in that ring, Dirty Deeds. You certainly have, so you would know these things.
Many a time. That's why they bring the expert out here.
Vince Bono to the outside. Joel Davis setting up for a series of slaps here by Joel Davis.
They're fighting right outside there in front of Mr. Wrestling number 2.
So this match started off on the outside, and we're going to continue on the outside.
Joel Davis hitting him there with that forearm, too, and I felt that. It's a very stiff forearm that he throws. You're going to feel that for a while.
Body slam out in the hard cement floor of the National Guard Armory building.
I felt that from Joel Davis as well. I mean, the man, like I said, let's give him credit.
Vince Bono won't be getting up anytime soon after that.
But here's something right here. Here's something right here that I talked about. I started to talk about when the match began. This man's looking for fan appreciation, and the fans really don't like this guy all that much. I know it from my match with him. He walked the aisle thinking the fans are going to cheer him. Guess who they're cheering? Nobody. Guess who the fans love? They love Dirty Deeds, Professional Wrestling's one-man Palooza tour.
And when do tickets for that Palooza tour go on sale?
They're on sale all the time. Okay. Call your local ticket master.
All right, I'll be sure to do that as soon as I get home tonight. Here we see both men back into the ring, but not for long. Vince Bono again sent out hard to the outside.
Vince Bono spent more time outside the ring than inside the ring this match.
Despite all his flaws, Joel Davis is showing me something here tonight. And he's given Vince Bono more than what he came to the ring with when I was in the ring with him. I'll give him that.
The one thing he's not doing is capitalizing when he has Vince Bono down.
That's a good point down there.
Here we get the 3 count. Vince Bono comes away with the victory in this match.
And there's what happened. There's what happened.
Wait a minute, he had an assistant from the outside. What was that all about? Davis went for the suplex.
That seemed to be big, fat, 400-ton RC, who we've seen his presence around the RCW wrestling rings quite a lot over the last couple months.
I heard the RC stands for real chunky.
I might be willing to get on that same boat with you.
This has certainly not been a good evening for Joel Davis. First has his boots thrown out to the crowd.
No, it hasn't. In third degree, he had a real good point down there. He dominated that match. Dominated the match, but he did not capitalize. He didn't go for the pinfalls on enough, on a regular basis enough. And when he didn't do it properly. Very good analysis by yourself down there getting the table. And like always, I'll give you credit where credit is due. Joel Davis paying for not taking the measures to capitalize.
We're worried about fan appreciation costing the match.
And that's what I pointed out earlier in the match as well. And right now he's walking out of here, and you know what he's got? You know what he's got waiting for him back in the locker room? The loser's end of the paycheck. Dirty Deeds really doesn't even know what the loser's end of the paycheck is.
RC is challenging Danny Rose. Give me a break. This is unbelievable.
After discussion with both parties downstairs, this is a non-title match.
Oh, what a shame.
This is a no rules match.
What a shame.
And you are still banned.
Okay, the commissioner has said it. The title will not be on the line, unfortunately. This is an anything goes match. And look at this. The commissioner is pushing back RC. He's making sure RC is gone. So RC will not be a factor in this one. This is an anything goes match. There will be no disqualifications, no countouts. Unfortunately, however, the title will not be on the line. And that's once again the Bodacious Alliance using their lawyers to get involved in a situation like this and try to get things straightened out. It's obviously they're using the rules to their advantage now because, yes, even though they break them, they also know what the rules are. And it is apparent Regional Championship Wrestling says that a champion has to defend his title every 30 days. Here in RCW, the champion does defend the title more times in a month than they really have to. However, Regional Championship Wrestling rules states that because the Flamingo Kid Pinky was originally not scheduled to wrestle Danny Rose, he already wrestled his match earlier in the night against George Anthony. He doesn't have to defend his title against Doomsday Danny Rose. However, if Doomsday Danny Rose can injure the Flamingo Kid Pinky and later get his title shot, he's going to get the advantage. And as you can see right now, the Flamingo Kid Pinky using that cane to his advantage, but everything is legal in this match. Now, if I was Pinky, I'd do everything I can to take it home early, get it over and done with, and go back before permanent injury is going to be done. And now he's choking away at Doomsday Danny Rose, and once again, there's nothing that can be done about it. Anything goes in this match. And Pinky is working on top of the forehead of Doomsday Danny Rose. Right into the throat of Danny Rose. The fans would like to see Danny Rose wins. Now, even though he may not win the title, he gets a moral victory. And that'll keep him on top. And now here comes the commissioner. Pee Wee Yo is going to be standing. Right there he is, sitting over there at the table. He's going to make sure that RC doesn't somehow come out here and cheat and do something. And now Danny Rose is on top of the game. Drops an elbow to the back of the head of the Flamingo Kid Pinky. Danny Rose gets the win here. He's automatically getting a title shot. There's no doubt about that. Current United States champion. He is the #1 contender for the RCW title. Referee chanting, yelling, and screaming about a low blow. But once again, as I can reiterate, this is an anything goes match. All this choking and low blows is all legal. There's no rules, so apparently the referee can count this. There's no rules in this, so anything can go. If he wants to pin with the legs on the ropes to give him the extra leverage, he's allowed to do that. It's no rules. The commissioner was the one that set this. Big back body drop by Doomsday Danny Rose, who is now on top of the Flamingo Kid Pinky, the RCW champion versus the United States champion. And look at this. 1, 2, doesn't get the cover. The two top champions of this company are squaring off against each other to prove who is the best. No disqualification, no count out, no rules, and no members of the Bodacious Alliance are allowed at ringside. And now, here's a camel clutch. That must have been taught to him by the newest member of the Alliance, Sheikh Mohammed, who used that earlier tonight to defeat Ranger 7 and keep his television title. The crowd is chanting for Danny. It's action like this that makes Regional Championship Wrestling #1. Maybe you notice that there's no blue mats. You don't see any blue mats out there. The crowd is chanting for Danny Rose. They want to see him win this match. There's a suplex right there. Danny Rose could get a win without a shadow of a doubt. Danny Rose is a man who's on a mission, and that's to take the RCW World title away from this man, the Flamingo Kid Pinky. Danny Rose is on a mission to destroy just not only Pinky, but he wants to destroy the Alliance altogether. And one of the best ways to do so is by getting the title away from Pinky, who just backdropped Danny Rose to the apron. And now he knocked him all the way out to the floor. Now, Pinky tosses Danny Rose back into the ring, and we got a table in there. Drops a leg onto the back of the head. Now there he goes, choking away again. He was setting up the table. Taking his time setting up the table, so I guess he wanted to go back and make sure that Danny Rose was still down while he sets up the table again. I don't know what he's planning on doing with it. He's putting Danny Rose on top of that table. I don't know what he's planning on doing, though. Pinky looks to me like he's going to the top of the ropes. Danny Rose is on top of the table. He's going to splash him while Danny Rose is on the table. Oh! They went right through the table. They went right through the table. Danny Rose is probably dead. Anything goes in this matchup. And that's evident as they went right through the table, folks. Danny is hurting bad. I know I can use a good cup of coffee right now, that's for sure. I need that caffeine in me. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's the Bodacious Pretty Boy sneaking into the ring. Pee Wee Yo hadn't seen him. Oh! Danny Rose got tossed into the table piece that was in the corner post. Bodacious Pretty Boy has a piece of the table. He hands it to Pinky. Oh, this is unbelievable. Once again, the Bodacious Alliance. They may have found a loophole. And now he's in the ring. Here comes Dirty Deeds. Here comes Dirty Deeds. And now we've got a brawl with Dirty Deeds and the Bodacious Pretty Boy. We've got Pinky and Doomsday Danny Rose going at it. And now Dirty Deeds just hits the Flamingo Kid from behind. The commissioner, Pee Wee Yo, is coming up there. He's getting rid of Danny Rose, getting rid of Dirty Deeds. He's getting rid of the Bodacious Pretty Boy. Anything goes in this match, there'll be no disqualification. And it looks like we got the Alliance going amok here. Darren Wise and Pretty Boy are battling it back to the locker room. We're back to Pinky and Danny in the ring. He's going to set him up, but he got reversed into that table. You can see Danny Rose is a little worse for wear himself. If he could get all his reserves back in line, he could try to get up and win this match. He needs to get up, though. He's so close in beating the Flamingo Kid Pinky. And as you can see, Dirty D's Darren Wise has got his back. He got rid of the Bodacious Pretty Boy. I got word they're still going at it in the back there. Oh, DDT onto the table. Flamingo Kid Pinky is quivering and shaking. Pee Wee Yo is trying to make some semblance in the back there because Danny Rose is doing a number on Pinky in the ring, but Dirty D's is doing a number on Bodacious Pretty Boy in the back. And now Danny Rose is going to suplex the Bodacious one. Big Buddy. Wait a second. RC. Where did he come from? No. No. Where did RC come from? He was under the ring. Danny Rose was going to suplex Pinky back into the ring from the apron, and all of a sudden, as he had Pinky in the air, RC tripped Doomsday Danny Rose, and then Pinky lands on top of Danny Rose, getting the 3 count. While RC was holding Danny Rose's legs, here comes the commissioner. Hopefully he gets some kind of ruling over this. Goodness, I'm the Alliance. I'm sick of this. Let's hear what the commissioner's going to say about this.
RC, what am I going to do with you? I know. I was watching downstairs. You were banned from ringside. What are you doing here now? Okay. I'll tell you what. The next time we're here at the silo, I'm going to sign a match between Danny and Pinky for both titles in a steel cage.
Whoa! What an announcement. Both titles are on the line in a steel cage. Next time we're back here at the Silo nightclub, the next event.
Okay, there's 2 more stipulations to this.
Oh, 2 more stipulations. Let's listen to this.
The next one is you are going to be handcuffed to me outside the ring.
Wow. Commissioner Pee Wee Yo will be handcuffed to RC on the outside.
Stipulation number 3.
Here's the 3rd stipulation.
RCW forever. But if he wins the match, he gets 5 minutes in the cage with you.
Whoa! Danny Rose is probably going to get more than he wanted, because now, if he wins the title, he gets 5 minutes alone in the cage with RC.
No way! I will fight this to the limit, buddy! This is not gonna happen!
If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel at Regional Championship Wrestling, or email us at rcwpromotions@gmail.com, and we'll see you at the matches.